Oh, you motherfucker. OXLR. Testing, 1, 2, 3. So, okay, OBS, why have you changed the goddamn setting where everything else has changed? Let me, okay. Thank you. Ancient One, thank you, man. Thank you. That sucked. Been talking smack for what? And so OBS has changed. Okay, I need to double check something here. Going through all the settings. Yeah, everything is default. Everything is default. Everything is default. Let's see here. That's NDI streaming. Fuck you, OBS, for resetting all this here. Why the fuck have you done that? Voice chat. Speaker. Speaker streaming system. That's that. That's music. That's mic. Give me a sec. That's okay. That's okay. That's okay. Why? It's the only program that changed. Nothing good has happened today. Okay. That's scuffed. Ah, well. At least it's fixed now. Fuck's sake. There's no sign of the Mughals in the area. Great. If I wasn't in a foul mood before, I'm definitely now with this here OBS stuff. Even the fucking static and all this shit here. Ah, well. Anyways, it's Mughals. Mughals are happy. Go to your happy. I see no evidence of this Mughal of yours. Are you certain that it wasn't a trick of the light? Thank you, H1. Thank you for the follow. Mayhaps it was simply one of these strange planets shifting in the breeze. Mughals are hiding. Mughals are hiding. I'm sure I glimpsed the Mughal fleeing in this direction. Could he be concealing himself with magic? Confounded. Could be enlist the aid of one of the local Mughals. I'm certain hraesvelgr would not elude us for long. Though the eye enables me to sense the presence of dragons, I can only identify nidhogg's with any certainty. We could wander the mist for days and not know if we were any closer of his rude brother. In those days, we cannot well afford to squander. Shall we divide our forces then? Elisela, might I ask you for a question? Any dragons whom you judge it's safe to approach? Should try, yet I fear the influence of Nidhogg's rays will render most of the Dravanians in the area deaf to reason. And what of you, Master Alphanode? I have not yet given up on the Mughals. Sarah, come with me to Gridania. I mean to petition the aid of the Mughals' kin in the 12th Wood. After that business with the Mughal Mog, I dare say they will be glad to help us. Assuming you have no need of me, I shall remain here. Nidhogg sends both the loss of his consort and the coming of the Eye. And his attention is firmly fixed in this direction. It means to do whatever I can to hold his gaze, in the hope that it might delay any action against Ishgard. Thank you, Estinian. Come then, Sarah. Let us make haste to Gridania and rendezvous at the Foka Numfka altar. I neglect to tell you. There is an Etherite ancient construction here, which should make a return to it rather less arduous. Pray do not forget to use it. Already done. So the funny thing is, like, I have, like... So, when I last played this here part... I don't think I've paid enough attention to how much, like, the eye and the telling of it, like the gaze of in this direction, is the same thing that happens in Lord of the Rings regarding the last part, where the forces of men and elves gather at the gates. And to hold the gaze of the eye. Yeah, I'm leveling an alt. Yeah, this here is my alt on a different server, and I have my main over at it's the same data center. It's just that they're on a different server, and this here server has a boost. Hence, I'm leveling it here. Good for stuff. That is correct, Ancient One. But as I was saying, like, if you remember Sauron, Sauron's focus is on the gate, because that's where, first of all, Elrond and I can't remember the main not the main character, but the king, the king and the sword, and the other hobbits, while Frodo and Samwise Gamgee are trying to get behind him and up to the volcano to throw in the ring. That's why it reminded me a little bit where he said that he's trying to hold the gaze away from Ishgard. Very, very interesting, especially since, like, one of the great things, like, and I know, like, I'm not getting like 100 and tens of thousands of viewers on this here, even though it's a public game. Like, I'm a small viewer with one or two people who drop by every now and then. I thank everybody of you coming by and stopping by and watching for fun, or if you want to interact in the chat or not. But I just find it very entertaining for myself. First of all, this here is a great way to learn to speak to the public, because everybody is watching, so it's highly uncomfortable if you're not accustomed to holding speeches or presentation and stuff like that. So there's good tooling there. And the second is, regarding the game, is actually it forces me to read everything, and while I'm reading it, I'm getting a very better understanding compared to if I'm just sitting alone and just reading it out loud actually manifests a whole different meaning to me. So it's actually a very, very good way to, in my opinion, play the game. For me, at least, it is. Now, enough about that. Let us go to Gridania and see if we can talk a little bit to the Mughals. And that is also always at the Conjurer's Guild. sent word to the Elder Seed Seer upon arriving in Gridania, and I am pleased to report that she has agreed to grant us an audience. If anyone can help us to contact the 12-foot Mughals, it is she. We are expected at the Lotus Stand, sorry. I trust you are familiar with the Conjure Station at its entrance. So this here is funny. Why does he state this here? Because he should know that we have been inside and out this here many times. And while he was here, for God's sake. Like, last time he was here. Last time he was here, we were here, it was... No, that was Papolimo and Yida. But he was here, wasn't he? When he was here with the Crystal Braves. Where was it? It was where we were petitioning for them to sign and agree that we were okay. We were here, right? Or am I mistaking or misremembering A Realm Reborn? Totally, like. Why is he remembering me to talk with this here? That doesn't make sense. Maybe it's just like for shits and giggles. It's been a long time and remembering people. Because it is the next expansion and people might have forgotten how to get in. I don't know. But also there's a huge fat MSQ marker over the guy. So maybe it was different back in the day because again, the Heaven's Ward and A Realm Reborn has changed a lot, and I cannot remember a lot about Heaven's Ward post 6.0, where all the changes were cutting down the quest, etc., that has happened. But very interesting, very interesting. Enough. I bid you welcome, friends. The Admiral spoke of having met with you. It is no less of a relief to see you safe and hail at mine own eyes. We humbly thank you for agreeing to receive us upon such short notice, my lady, and for all you have done for us in our absence. That it were solely to express our gratitude that we came here to you this day. Alas, the tides of the battle yet dictate our coming and going. Elucidia, we beg of your wisdom in the matter of the may finally bring an end to the Dragon War song. Dragon Song War. Cross-eyed here. Speak on, friend. No problem. Have a great day, Ancient One. I see. You seek a means to contact these Mughals in the Cunning Mist. Kupo, 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 I say kupo. Greetings, Kupo Ku. What do we owe the pleasure of your company? I was struck by a sudden urge to bring you some fruit, Kani. And I'm jolly glad I did. Tell me more about these Mughals in the sky, Kupo. I will gladly tell you all I know, though it's amount to precious little. We are encouraged to, we encountered a Mughal high in the cloud of Durania, and had hoped that you and your kin in the 12-foot might agree to facilitate a meeting. Pray correctly if I'm mistaken, Kuplo. But there are legends, are there not, which speaks of Mughal who dwells beyond the clouds. Indeed there are, Kuplo. Long ago before. I forgot to shove something down. Sorry about that. Indeed they are, Cooper. Long, long ago, back when the world was a little young. They say my ancestor serves the gods up in the heavens. Of course, that was before their master took to bickering like spoiled children. Ah, yes, the tale of the good King Mugumov the 12th. He is reserved for holding fast to its rope and malicious legend, and the subject might climb down. That his subjects might climb down from the sky to escape to the world below. Ignoring the more fanciful aspect of the tale, it may well be that the Kuplo ancestors hailed from cunning mist, given how long his kin have resided in the 12th. It's perfectly possible that the details of their history had faded into myth. Indeed, Master Afnode, such stories often contain measures of truth. It is likely that the Mughals of the cunning mist tell similar tales of the world below. You can well imagine why the ones that encountered fled at your approach. Oh, fleeing is second nature to us. We often hide when larger races come trampling through our forests, of course. Where there's one Moogle, there is bound to be more. Which is why I've decided to take a trip to the clouds. There surely won't be afraid to talk to me. I was hoping you might say that, Master Kuplo. Will you accompany us then? Just you try to stop me, Cooper. I'll admit the thought of venturing outside the 12 is a bit unsettling. But I can hardly refuse the chance to meet my distant cousins. If you will have me, I too will accompany you to venture and lend my voice to your cause as an ambassador of Gridania. Lady, are you quite certain? How often has our nation turned to the signs of the seventh dawns in the hour of need? How oft have we asked the warrior of light to risk her life to save our own? Full many times, I say to you, and never have they refused us. Thus do I choose this day to offer my aid to our allies for the good of the realm. Is this not just? A most unexpected and most welcome offers, Elder Seedseer. You would be honored by your presence. So lancers, like a whole guard, needs to do all this here. That's finger. So as I mentioned before, and I know I was on mute, I have an alt, or this here is an alt. And I need to do some things on that. And I don't want to spoil this here for people who are watching. So what's going to happen is we're going to switch over to just chatting. And we're going to just talk a little bit about things while I log out, log in, and do my 3 daily quests, which will probably take about 10 to 20 minutes. And that's going to be it. Let's get to it with a log up, my friends. And while we, of course, do this, we are going to listen to a little bit of music. There we go. Yes. So give me a sec, guys. This year's not going to take long because it's just some Beast Tribe stuff for the new tribe that came out. before we go back to everything. And this here also gives me a good time to talk a little bit about what I told before is that I lifted my static. I told this here while I was on mute, which just stupid of me. I should have checked this here, but it looked okay from here, but it looks like it wasn't. Anyways, so yeah, I left my static due to how do I put this here correctly? I left because I did not feel myself welcome, and I think it was mutual on the other side. Maybe not as not being welcome because I was not asked to leave. I chose to leave because I did not feel that I was okay. That it was. Let me think of how I would phrase this here. I was not. It was not. How do I put this here? Let's just say there has been some disagreements, and I apologized for my part in it. And then I found out that they had other disagreements which were not as were which was not like, let's say, like, I made a mistake, and I will like fully admit that. Like, I last Friday, I made a mistake of I was not satisfied with some of the markers we have put down for the raid we were doing, and I changed them. Instead, I should have, and I apologize for that. I apologized publicly and on voice chat to everybody. I made sure everybody was present, and apologized and said that I'm sorry, and meant it. And what I did was I changed them without speaking with people, without discussing with them, with the group, which you should. Like, I was in my own mind, and I also said there was no excuse for that. Like, I wasn't making excuses. I was just like, I was saying I'm sorry. When there was a little bit drama there. So, anyways, after that, I found out they had other things, and it came after from a messenger that other people have that wanted to be anonymous, and that's where I just like cut the line. Like, first of all, I found out they were talking behind my back, had meetings and all that, instead of like I did, like, say and I did this here before I even started the raid. The raid. I said, could I get just 2 minutes of everybody's time? Please listen. And I stated my case, and I told people I'm sorry. I would say, do the same thing if somebody has a problem. Everybody's present, so if somebody feels uncomfortable with speaking up about it, at least make sure that they are present so they can, like, especially with hiding behind people's back and talking behind people. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. And when I found that out, I just don't want to be in a situation where I know potentially people are talking behind my back. That's not a group. That's not a teamwork spirit. That's a toxic environment, in my opinion. Agree to disagree. So I told, as soon as I found out, I said, find somebody else. And he asked me if I wouldn't like sleep on it or not. I said no. There's no sleeping. It's a principle. It's pure principle. If somebody thinks that's the way of treating other people, then I am not the person to be a part of this here. Just simple. And I don't care what excuses or what issues you have mentally or stuff like that. That's just like, no, that's where I say put your big boy pants on and be an adult. I don't like talking about other things, work related, or if there's issue at work. Nobody likes that. Of course, it's uncomfortable. Nobody likes to be pressed out that, but going back to fucking high school class shit, that's where I draw the line. I'm fucking 42 years old. I'm too old for that shit. Fuck that. I have nothing against these people, no hate, but I don't want to be treated like that. So I left. That's why I've been in a little bit of a shitty mood. And when I saw, then also found out with, of course, Ancient One's help in chat was so kindly dropping by and actually saying that my mic wasn't working and all that shit. It didn't make things any better. So let's just say that things are not going well right now. And things were going well, like everything went to shit in 30 minutes. And the best thing is getting it's like getting dumped over a text. Like, I can't, like, fuck, man. It's, give people some fucking courtesy at least. Treat people like people, for fuck's sake. So, yeah, that's it. And of course, as I mentioned, also when I was muted, is that I'm a part of a huge, one of the biggest, I think it's one of the biggest FCs in on the data center that I'm playing on, and it's a great. There are so many great people, but that also means that groups, statics form, which is great. I've helped some of the other statics when they are missing like a tank or a DPS. I've helped them out with stuff, and that's super fun, great community wise. But when you're suddenly saying you're leaving and you do not know what shit is happening now in that slander thing, because the only thing that you have, you can do everything you can. Like, that's, I've always said this here, and this here goes for private life, gaming life, job, everything. When you leave something, you have two things. You have your skill and you have your reputation. That is what you go with. And reputation, for me, no matter what, is huge. Like, I am, in my opinion, from my perspective again, a good person. I'm not trying to be a dick to anybody. I have my issues like everybody else. I have tantrums. I'm not perfect. Never stated that I am. But when it comes to my reputation and people are fucking with that, that's where I will get angry. Very angry. Like, I had issues at work, my previous work, where there was people like making me want to do something. I was just like, I'm not going to do that, because then my reputation is going to be that. And that's not something that's not something I want to present. I don't want to be associated with stuff like that. Period. So that's what you have. Like, reputation is everything. It's for how you treat yourself. It's how you go about yourself. It's a massive thing. And it's not something you get back easily. Trust, it's the same thing with trust. Like, somebody fucks people over or something like that. Trust is something you earn. It's not something you get. It's never been like that. At least that's my perspective of it. That's also why when I start seeing things like other things with people talking behind back and all that stuff, like, then I don't trust people, because that, like, you can say one thing and then 5 minutes later say something else. Like, if you don't have the courage to sit down and say something, and if you're afraid of something, like, I can understand anxiety. If you're not, at least if it's to in a group, speak up about something, and you need to do it behind your back, that is not a person that I want to deal with or be associated with. Just like that. You can be the greatest person and all that stuff and nice, but that is just the principle of how I don't want to be treated, and I don't treat people like that. I've always been like, if I have an issue, I speak up about it. I say it directly to you, and it might be harsh. That's just the nature I am. brutally honest. But I will never, never start fucking around behind people's backs. That's not me. Because that's my childhood, man. I remember this shit. I've been harassed, bullied, and shit on my whole life. My teenage, like my years. Like, it's not okay. Like I remember explicitly, like I was like not in kindergarten but in preschool, and I was getting phone calls. And this here again, people need to understand here. This was back before number tracking and calling people back and all that stuff. You couldn't do that. It didn't do that. It was before. It was landline before anything of that. People were calling and harassing people in my house because of me every evening. We had to get hidden numbers. So only people who got the number from us were there. You couldn't look it up in the phone book. You couldn't look up in the registries or anything. That's how fucked up it is. So I know that. And this was all about stuff like reputation in schools and all that stuff. That's school shit. That's school fuckery. I can't stand that shit. Anyways, guys, sorry about this here. I'm just ranting. I'm done. We're back. Sorry about that. Sorry. Okay. And I said we only took a couple of minutes. Let's get back to the game. So, we got Khan E. Senna to join us. We return to the summit and inform the companions of these developments, and I'll serve as Elder Seedseer's guide to the journey back to Sumal. It's being a path I've already trodden. I do not anticipate any great difficulties. Besides, we shall have the Elder Seedseer's personal guard to escort us. And actually, a couple of things we're gonna do. I'm gonna pop this. Pop this. And we're just gonna pop a leveling also. Why am I doing this here? I can fucking not. Destinian. What do you have for me? Well met, warrior of light. Nidhogg is not stirring, but he watches us unblinking. The Elder Seedseer herself answering your call. Then there's naught to do but wait. They're here, sir. Greetings, my friends. I'm happy to report that our journey was merciful and uneventful, devoid of as the road of the was of Duranians. I'll see the dragons have abandoned some all for the cunning mist. But we are gonna go in and do a quick leveling roulette. I hope it's not a... it's Bravelock's long stop. Okay, let's see what we do here. What's that? Increases the chance. Okay, the camouflage is not that bad. Okay, let's do it. So far, so good. Agreed. Sadly, I do not have. Almost? Yeah. Goodness. Camouflage is so good, actually. Parry 50% reducing damage taken by 10. It's not great, but it's definitely better. In we have we actually have Sam. I was actually practicing samurai the opener for my samurai on my main just before we were streaming. I was trying to figure out the opener. Oh, regarding the static, so I've already petitioned to not petition. I've made myself available again, so we'll see if somebody bites. I'm not expecting anybody wants, but I've been talking to somebody outside of the FC so just to see if people were interested there. I'm popping everything. That's one thing that I miss. I don't have like I don't have charge. Made a mistake here. Eyes, big poles. Man, I can't wait until I get Heart of Stone. I have nothing. Oh well, fuck it. Not worse than mine. Can I get a first strike in again? No, good. Oh, bow shot, nice. I already wrote that or read that. Self-calling us not, but wait. We're just gonna do this, and then we're gonna queue up for, I think we're gonna queue up for MSQ. Here's Sarah. Greetings, my friends. I'm happy to report that it's unmerciful and eventful devoid of the road of the Iranians. Seem the dragons have abandoned some owl for the cunning mist. Lucicia, may I present to you Sir Estinian, Isgardian, Azure Dragoon. It's an honor to meet you, Sir Estinian. I've heard many tales of your order, extraordinary skills and courage. Friends, I feel only right to inform you that we are not alone. The Mughals are all around us as we speak. And I should imagine they are more than a little concerned by the horde of strangers that descended upon their home. Perhaps now would be opportunity moment to introduce ourselves. This should serve. They're hiding, of course, but there are so many of them, Kupo. I am Khan E. Senna. My companions and I have braved the long road from the 12th Wood to share words with you. On this occasion of our first meeting, we bring an offering of light and wind. Oh, such a gentle and pleasant glow, Kupo. Moglin. I am Moglin, the chieftain of the Mughal clan. Chieftain Moglin, it is an honor to meet you. Greetings, I am Kuplo Koop, ambassador of the 12th Wood Mughals. A Mughal from the world below, your hide is of a different hue. But that prom is unmistakable and might need a moment here, Kupo. Our companions were no less surprised to learn of your existence here amongst the clouds. I hope they did not startle you over much of their eagerness to make your acquaintance. Oh, we can imagine your wariness. I'm told that men have not walked here in 9 of 1,000 winters. Perhaps you forgive them for their forwardness when I unfold to you the grave matter which first brought them here into your midst. My companions crave an audience with the great worm hraesvelgr, that they might negotiate an end to the war twixt man and dragon. An end to war, you say? I trust you, Chaos, and a light so peaceful shines brightly within your soul. But I'm afraid the same cannot be said for your friends, to be plain. We did not hide ourselves because they were first of your kin to be seen here in 1,000 years. Well, not only because of that. We hid because we smelled dragon blood. These skies are home to many dragons. While some crave peace, such as hraesvelgr, many others crave the opposite, such as Nidhogg. Suffice to say, we are worried that the presence of blood-splattered warriors for friends will attract the attention of nastier kinds and invite destruction onto our happy home. Now, just a moment, Chieftain. Sarah here may have dollied out of a tarnished or two, but it's always been for really good reason. He's a champion of the 12-foot Mughals, and I'll not hear her good name slandered. Now, Ambassador, let us not ruffle each other's furs. I shall, of course, take your testimony into consideration. If I may, Chieftain, there is little room for twixt strangers. Might we not take an opportunity to learn more of each other? Excellent suggestion, Kupo. In the interest of fostering friendship, we keep an eye on you. I extend to your hospitality of Markholm. Prove yourself worthy of our assistance, and it will be yours. I shall be watching, Kupo. Okay. Tell me, in the world down below, do all of your kind look different from one another? Must be terribly disconcerting. What was a Koopo? What was a Coop? Hello, Coop called you again? Sarah, The names are odd as your appearance. I have ever considered a nice Mughal name. Moglin is taken. By the way, Kupo, as are Moghan, Mog, and Mogwin. These being the names of these three wise Mughals who will administer the moment's challenges that I have devised in the measure of your worth. I call them the trials of trustworthiness. I will take these trials, and I shall soon see whether or not you're worthy of our aid. Markhan. Hello, yes, I'm Markhan, the foremost alchemist of Markholm, and I must know. Your tummy gooply, of your wings drooply. Your a potion to fix that. Or if you would keep running out of ingredients, luckily we're here to do my trial. Yes, go forth, mighty adventure, mighty pluck these springs of cloud breaths for me. You'll find the blooming near the entrance of Elm Tom. It's not to say not the safest of place, but I don't let you be distracted by the pretty flowers, Kupo. Mok. Yes, you have the pleasure of speaking with Mok. I know. I'm the fluffiest, most chanting creature I've ever laid eyes upon, Kupo. It's not easy to be being this adorable, but I barely take a stroll outside without those rentless Netheradians throwing themselves at me. Why, they look as if they might just gobble me right up. That's the case, fleeing their overbearing adolescence. It's growing a bit tiresome of your trial, madam. This is to find the Arcanius and slap the manners into them. Perhaps a firm smack in the snout and teach them a friends of my charm. What's going on? Somebody disconnect? No, just very slow. Yeah, somebody left. That's always great. I had a feeling something like that. Yeah, this here might take a while because the option to join a duty that is on the way is something you need to turn on. It's not something you not something that is on by default. So yeah, we are stuck here. And it's even the short one, which is the sad part. Yeah, this here is frustrating. The worst thing is you can't do this here without a healer. We don't have the damage for it. And I can't, like... I can heal myself. But... well, he can heal. He can't. Yeah. And with all the AoE incoming, no. Not gonna happen. Initiate a vote to abandon the current duty. Parties must wait 15 minutes for the duty to commence before we're voting. Fuck that. Okay. So our summoner died. Also, I don't think our summoner has... this pet out. Oh, this here is gonna take a long time because we're in the second rotation of Titan. Oh, he was AFK. How the fuck are you AFK, you moron? At least say you're AFK. Ah. And Vortex. And he's invulnerable. Ah. Try my best to just DPS as much as I can. Just get that shithead down as fast as possible. So we can change it. Well, he stands because he is the warrior of light, my friend. Oh, it can. It can and it will.
It is the blessing of light that confounds you. Your foe acts under the protection of the crystal she bears.
So, this is what empowers her.
Beyond mortal limits. If you are to prevail, the hammer of darkness must needs be brought to bear upon the shield of light. And so it shall, for the ultimate weapon is host to a power of which you are as yet ignorant.
Check.
Plainly, Ascian.
The heart of Sabik.
Jesus Christ.
The weapon's core, an enigma whose surface even the vaunted scholars of ancient Alec failed to scratch. The magic within has lain
Let me check.
Of what magic do you speak?
a spell without parallel. Ultima.
Ultima.
I sought the life force of the primals for no other reason but to quicken the core. For the true power of the Ultima weapon lies within its now beating heart.
Lahavrea, what have you done?
No more than was necessary for my god to be reborn.
Damn you, Ascian.
The hour is at hand. Behold but a sliver of my god's power.
A sliver of a god's power.
Deepest pit of the seven hells, to the very pinnacle of the heavens, the world.
Well, one thing I can say now regarding all the static issues, that means that you guys will see more of me because I will be able to stream Fridays and Wednesdays now. I just got a message from another person. I posted on. I went to Reddit and there is a Reddit a specific Final Fantasy recruitment Reddit thread or Reddit thread, whatever you call it. And I went in there and I found like a what's it called? A static that was looking for a tank, so I replied to them, let's see if they go back. They raid 3 times or something. I don't know how. We'll see if I join that and if it works out. But yeah, it's but until then, we are raiding. Like tomorrow I can't stream because I'm going to a Sting concert, but Saturday and Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday and Fridays, I will be next week 100% available to stream as much as possible. And since I don't have any goal to like clear and all that stuff, I'm just gonna don't care, like, because I've never been a big party finder guy. I just get frustrated, and people get frustrated with me. I don't wanna. I hate. Because I've done all things, like if I could like queue up with my main and do things on my alt, and then like stuff like that, if I could multitask better in the game, that would be what I would want. But sadly, you can't do that in this here. and understandable. But again, since I've done everything with my main, there's not anything to do, and I don't have any ambition of doing anything else. So when I'm waiting for a party to fill up, I'm just bored. Purge. Focus. Okay. Also, there's a reason why I pulled the boss up here. That's because when you do this, there's more, like, it means that DPS has to move the least amount as possible. So doing this, and this here is from, what's it called? What's it called? Unreal. Like, back when this here was Unreal, that's how people did it. So you always put it max. Yeah, we're pretty good on damage already. So now we're gonna get DLB free, which the ninja will probably take. Yeah, and I got perfect rotation also. Perfect rotation. Let's talk to Markwin. My name is Markwin. And art is my game. When it comes to painting, there is none in a Mark home that can match my talent with a brush kupo. I know why you have come. Chieftain Marklin has demanded that I test your trustworthiness, but I trust no one to create art that satisfies me. I instead charge you with retrieving a masterpiece I seem to have misplaced. It was my ambition and my innovative work guaranteed to fetch at least 4 coupon nuts on the open market. You must find it. Question the masses. Surely a pebble painted with such vibrant colors and unmistakable approaches cannot have escaped the notice of every Moogle in Morocco. So he has lost his painting or his painted stone, Mogomo. Markwin is missing his masterpiece. Oh, I mean, the painted, the painted smears mist of a pebble. I've not seen it recently. In fact, which my eyes are powerfully grateful. Be right back, guys. I'm just gonna use the bathroom real quick. And I'm back. Sorry about that. I had a hair constantly sticking up my nose, which was itching. Muddled Muggle. Master Mogwin has misplaced his masterpiece Cooper. Oh, happy day. If I am to swifter in finding it, I soon have to have Genius Markwin for the price of a little presentation. Honestly, who has 4 coupon nuts just lying around to spend on such luxuries? Octo. I don't know much about a stone, but I do know Markwin's seen creeping out the back of some of the from time to time. Cooper may have left it up there. Okay. Well, what did you find out, Cooper? Ah, yes, now that you mention it. It seems that I recall leaving my pebble out in the sun to dry. Ahem. Second part of your trial is trial commences. Go adventure and retrieve my masterpiece before the archshave Adair swips the stone from himself. $120 arms east. Just thinking here. East, you say? Southeast. Give me a sec. Just trying to figure out where it is. 200 yards east. Then it's over here somewhere. Because it's not here, like, you can't... That's, not a place you can go. And here, and... Oh, we need to... Oh, it's up. It's upstairs. Okay, but before we do that, we're just gonna do the two others where we need to get that. That also means we can... Oh, we actually have unlocked the next part of the job quest, I think. And that I'm not gonna go through the gunbreaker, simply because it is. I already started that, and you guys wasn't there, so I'm just gonna like plow through that one in the off time. Where is the other one? Is it north? Is it north? Is it? Oh, it's... Oh, it's... branches, okay. Sneaky. Okay. That means that the other one is probably where? Was upstairs, okay. Okay, and then we just need one upstairs in Archolm. Because there is upstairs right up there. Da, 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 da. I've been doing it wrong because I was looking west when it was east. Oh well. But now it's west, okay. Idiot. Anyways, let's see. Where's the stone he was talking about? Painted stone. Buckmark. We're able to the humble divine is devoted wonderful. Now as you're capable of captivating the Kupo. Still, my precious perfection does not excuse those lots from pursuing me so mercilessly. their tongues lolling and billowing, rumbling. The Duranians are their ilk, and their ilk have much to learn about accepting act of admiration. Need to give him a stone. Do you have it, Kupo? My masterpiece? Yes, that is my work, and it is exquisite. I call it Contemptions of Zenith. Thank you, madam. At least, in exchange my art for the delectable Kupo nuts, Chieftain Markland will hear of your valorous deeds. Now we just need to talk with Markhan. Do you have trouble finding cloud breath? I do need it quite urgently, you know. Oh yes, these are perfect, Kupo. Now I have the main ingredients for my prom tonic. Speaking of which, how are you feeling, miss? Should you ever feel upon losing its bounds, then I'm your Moogle, Kupo. Your completed trials of the trustworthy. Return to the Markland to await your judgment. Sarah, if that is what you insist of calling yourself, you have completed the trials of trustworthy admiration by the taskmasters Markhan, Mark, and Markwin. During these gruel tests of character, I closely observe your conduct, as well as that of your compassion. And I am decided, Kupo, gather your friends before me now, and that you need to not repeat myself needlessly. That is, of course, Flying Tribe. Best. These are the trials over then. My tasks have been little more than household chores. If our host elects not to grant their aid, after working us like packs of chocobos, I shall demand compensation in coupon nuts out of principle. But I hope it will not come to that. Let us hear the chieftain's verdict, shall we? Ah, that is great. Connie Senna. Stranger, standing here in Markholm, my thoughts are turned inevitably to the legend of the god King Mugelmark the 12th and his seat in the heavens. Like most, though, I thought it was no more than a myth and a story of younglings that grew with the telling. But with every passing moment, it becomes more certain that we have discovered the origin of the tale. Full eager am I to hear what the chieftain has to say. Oh, let's hear Estinian. How go your trials, warrior? Like I myself been sent out on a numberless expedition of chase this. The local dragon population did not their chieftain wish to avoid inflaming the Duranians. Such contradictions aside, our host seemed entranced by the height of my leap. They compared me to Mark, a lance-wielding Moogle warrior of Eld, who also favored such attacks. It was meant as a compliment, I expect, but I doubt these furry lumps could outleap a cockatiel lamb, much less a dragon. Conclude our business here swiftly, Sarah. I like not this place. What sorcery is this? That my heart should stir at a mere fluffiness. Sarah, no matter what is it? Chieftain Markland has made his decision, well, let us not keep him waiting then. We've become such friends, Kupo. The Mugen cousin love to sing and dance as much as I do. Chieftain Moglen has finally come to a decision, has he? Well, I suppose I'll better flutter over there and see him then. Slay Troplins. Oh, it's over there. We can do that afterwards. Ah, never have I seen such a determined worker as Kupo. I should have taken us moons to complete those diary chores and the niggling errands. And have our labors proven the purity of our intent, chieftain? Without a doubt, in fact, there was never really all that much to doubt to begin with. You were, after all, already friends with a fellow Moogle. But you see, before any meeting with hraesvelgr could take place, certain preparation needed to be made. And what better way to help you pass the time than having you perform all the tiresome tasks that we don't one ever want to do, Kupo. Estinian is pissed. Oh dear, the thorn. Bring out the horn quickly now. We blow this wondrous instrument never we wish to speak with the great worm Kupo. Well, we haven't perhaps been we haven't perhaps been treating it with the care it deserves at late, and I think Morhaime may have sat on it. So we need some time for cleaning and polishing and straightening. Not lasting harm done. So now you need a simple head to Zenith, the worm's dwelling to the west, and give the horn a good toot. We are in your debt, chieftain. Thank you for your noble gift, and we shall have a chance to plead our case to hraesvelgr. Very possible, yes, but I wouldn't get my hopes up too high, Kupo. The old worm isn't terribly fond of. The concern is apprehensive, but I'm quite certain hraesvelgr will welcome our overtures. Should we ever arrive at the lair, come. We have squandered enough time already. Chieftain Moglen, I thank you for your gracious hospitality, though we must soon take our leave. I pray that we may continue to nurture the shoots of this new sprouting friendship twixt earth and sky. Of course, Kupo. We visit us whenever you wish. Consider Moko your home amongst the clouds. Ah, Morkan. Thank you for your help, Kupo. I thought we would ever have found time to hold these rotten chores. Hey, wasn't my idea. The chieftain had spent a little less than sitting about and a little more time chieftaining. Things would never have gotten so messy in the first place, and he was the one who sat on the horn, by the way. But now all the errands are done, and the horn is fixed. All we need, that ends well. Kupo. Well, I expect your eagers are on the way. Did I mention our friend, your friends was looking for you, Kupo? Not, if not, Alphinaud was looking for you. I'll be waiting outside, stretched my wings, and let me know when you're ready to lay depart. To be best of my knowledge, all that we need is to a trip to Zenith, and I believe the Alcesia and her returner will soon be making the journey back to Gridania. It would be remiss of us to think not to convey our gratitude to them prior of going our separate ways, shall we? Upload, Sarah. I do humbly thank you for what you have been a most enlightening experience. Were it not for your pioneering spirit, the existence of these Mughals might never have been revealed to us. This would be who should be thankful, Elder Seeds here. We are not your timely diplomacy. We would never have chosen to reveal themselves to us. And for us, your presence, Kubuluku, that ultimately won us their trust. Must have taken great courage you to leave the sanctuary of the 12 Woods, and we are exceedingly glad that you did. It was my pleasure, Koopa. I made so many new friends, and I have so many fantastic tales to tell to my kinsmoogles back home. And it is our home that we must now return. May you ever walk in the light of the crystal, my friends. Safe journey, Elder Seeds here. We must be on our way, hraesvelgr awaits. Warrior Fly, pay attention closely to your companions. Sir Estinian, beneath that Stokel facade, storm is gushing, ceaseless, unseen. Yes, anger issues. That's for sure. Okay, let us do that quest that we need to do. Arcan? Have you said your goodbyes and dampening awaits the tears, Kubo? Then we are indeed ready to go. As Chieftain Moklan already explained, the shiny instrument he gave you is the best means of grabbing hraesvelgr's attentions. I'll come along and show you where the way of the seven. That's the big place where you need to blow the horn. First things first, though. You need to make for Asath. Oh, Asha. And watch out for the ramping dragons. Maybe that should have been the first thing, Kupo. Let us see. Is that upstairs? Oh, it's actually here. Yep. So we're gonna do this, go back here, and then we're gonna go up because it's gonna go all the way around. This place is so big and you need flying here. I think actually this here was where they first, like, flying was implemented in Heaven's Ward, if I remember correctly. Okay, and now we need to slay this one here. Oh, we can actually... You know what? We're just gonna go around here and do this. Because then we can teleport and... yeah. Such a good story, man. I knew of the Mughals, but I actually totally forgot it was just like really stupid story. Well, stupid in a cute way, but again, like stupid. Let's see. That's one. Two. Oh, we actually need to go there? Oh, nice. Let's go here back, do that, and then come all the way up here to do this, and so on and so forth. It's going to be a lot easier. So we need to go inside to talk to them. Let me just double check travel. Ether current. Yeah. We just need one. And then this here is all the quests. Wait. No more quests here. And I think there's one more quest up there, and then there's the main story quest when we finish the area, and then we're done. Actually, what I actually was thinking is, do we want to do this? I still have 2,000. I don't need it. Oh, yeah. Let's see. Yeah, now the next one is up here. Yeah, and I did this here because I was out looking for this here, and I also wanted the crystal. There, and then we have Mark Month, Ether, and here we have Mark Han, which is the main story quest. Things were a bit fighty for a while there, but I think we arrived in one place, Kupo. I wonder what was the dragon was so awfully snappy. I mean, the bad ones are always bad, but it seems worse than usual. You may have this small problem, Kupo. The winds are high like this. hraesvelgr generally abandons his lofty purse and heads to the lands below the hunt. If you try to blow in the horn now, I doubt it would hear. I suggest we stop at the clearing up ahead to rest until the winds die down. What's this? That is a Dark Knight. Yep. Level 65. Okay. This would do nicely, Cooper. The winds are likely to have died down by now, tomorrow, but until then, we might as well make ourselves comfortable. If we must interrupt our journey so close to the end, I suppose this place is as good as any. And may I ask a brief reprise from the hardships on the road will help us clear our minds and our readiness for the coming parley very well. Then, I believe a campfire is in order. Leave the gathering of the fuel to me, and I'll acquire a keen nose for firewood during my time in the frozen waste of Karthas. There are mines to smash the oven whose mind needs clearing, though I thought of meeting a great worm in the flesh has befuddled the boy. Did you see him stroll away as if these ruins were not crawling with deadly beasts? Follow him, Sarah. We need that the wildlife and see that the wild does not make a meal of our young friend. We will have the campfire ready by the time you return. That's a fire. See, I was right to worry about the boy's safety. Once Alvino returns with the wood, we can see about supper. The Ice Queen has filled the pot with what looks like stew ingredients ready for the fire. A few things compared to the simple pleasures of sitting beside a crackling fire and of one's own making. Yeah. So speaks the great explorer. Until recently, you wouldn't have recognized firewood if it came with kindling and a flint. This well you instructed me so patiently then. But yes, left to my own devices, I would have been compelled to signal for Ysael with a pile of damp leaves. I was born the pampered son of Charlian's dignitary. And alongside my twin, became the youngest student ever to be accepted into the studio. How proud I was to match wits with the scholars and philosophers, how ignorant of mine own shortcomings. That hubris inverted manipulation and betrayal and led to the downfall of the science. We all are guilty of similar weaknesses. How many men lay down their lives, never knowing what it is that they fight for, never questioning that which they have been thought to believe. It was only upon meeting hraesvelgr that I learned the truth of the hidden within our stories. Or histories. Were it not for that chance to encounter, I would never have voted to tear down the Holy See and expose the falsehood with which it fans the flames of conflict. It would have lived and died in ignorance that the truth have been driven to me to do terrible things. I cannot deny, but I would rather sin in the pursuit of peace than imagine myself virtuous of perpetuating a needless war. This journey has taught me anything. It is the importance and the difficulties of holding to one's conviction in the face of failure. Of striving always to replace one's ignorance with knowledge. You are well on your way, Master Alpha. At your age, I was but a fool swinging a spear with scarcely a thought of in my head. Even now, I struggle to acknowledge the misconception under which I have labored. Sitting here amongst these great ruins, how can I deny that man and dragon once lived in peace? But for all that such an age existed, we are now in time of war, and Nidhogg killed my family. And no quirk of history will exonerate him. I may be ignorant to how the Dragon Song War began, but if we do not put an end to this conflict now, I can say we are certainly that, for certainty that it will not, it will only breed more vengeful souls, such as mine. In my hands reside the power of to vanquish a great worm. If Ishgar's survival rests on me wielding that power, I will slay Nidhogg myself, orders or no. Justinian, you gave your word. My word is contingent upon the success of our parley. Show me the strength of your conviction, Lady Isard. Convince Hraesvelgr of this righteous or your cause. Doubt not, but I shall, Drago. For winds willing, we shall have our answer on the morrow. Let us sleep now and face our fate, the rising of the sun. Oh, sorry, The campfire was a courtesy. I must have fallen asleep, Kubo. But do you feel how the winds have shifted? This will have borne Hraesvelgr back to the skies above Zephyr. I'm sure of it. This is your chance to climb to the highest floor of the palace and to summon him. The toot of the shiny horn. So, I'll be heading back now. It's all I have to the same to you. Good luck, Kubo. It was nice knowing you. The words, "it was nice knowing you," is something you say to people you think are about to die. Interesting. And we will also take a bite to eat. We have already attuned. Now it's time to ascend. Let me just double check one thing, and that is travel. Oh, yes. Yes, yes. So the question is it downstairs or upstairs? I can never remember, so we are just gonna go over here and check. Yeah, it's up. Oh, I can actually hear it. Just over there. We have 3 quests destination. Portals! Why do you disturb my solitude?
Hraesvelgr.
Indeed. Thou speak the name of a creature that but awaits the release of oblivion. Leave me.
By the 12. Mine ears hear the tongue of dragons, yet the meaning rings clear within my mind. How can that be?
Hraesvelgr, do you not remember me? 'Twas I whom you found in Dravania. I who glimpsed the truth. The truth about your past. About Shiva.
Do not speak her name, mortal.
But speak it I must. I have summoned Shiva's soul from the beyond and offered myself as her vessel. She has made her heart known to me.
Foolish girl, thinkst thou my beloved spirit has descended from the heavens? That the secrets of her heart are thine to know?
I have surrendered mine to her. Do you not see, my love? I am Shiva reborn.
Gullible fool, the light but illuminates the past of thee. It did not grant thee omniscience. The spirit thou hast summoned belongs not to Shiva. This but a shade conjured by thine own fantasy. In the age long past, my own kin were guilty of like folly. Beguiled by the Dark One's lies, they attempt to resurrect our king amongst worms, yet the divinity they called forth merely belonged the semblance of my fallen brood brother. Such gods are not summoned, but created. Phantoms sprung from the thread of misplaced faith.
Then the spirit that answered me.
Was but a dream of Shiva. The soul had been corrupted by the deity of thine own making, child.
Be that as it may, Lord Hraesvelgr, Izel's desire to heal the rift between man and dragon is real, and it has borne us this far. We would spare both our kind and yours the ravages of this senseless war. Pray join your voice to ours in a call for peace and forgiveness.
The tale of thy kin is one of avarice, treachery, and death. And thou wouldn't speak to me of peace. Hark thee, mortal, to the naked truth, then tell me thou deserve forgiveness. "1,200 years ago, my beloved Shiva sacrificed served to bring an end to the war twixt man and dragon, paving the way for an age of peace and cooperation. 2 centuries of harmony were to follow, during which time the Elizan learned much about us. Not last, that the eyes of a great worm are the wellspring of his strength. What's one of the selfish desires to possess his strength? King Thordan then conspired to undo all that our people had achieved together. With the aid of a lead knight, that most noble of Elizan, lured my brood sister Rakatov into an ambush and took from her that which he craved. Pain would strike the image of my mind, yet still the scene don't linger in my brood sister's tattered corpse, defiled by the Elizan allies. They had torn out her eye and feasted upon them in the manner of wild beasts. Yet that was not all, for from their bloody banquet, the fiends had gained strength beyond of mortal men. Even now, I labor from comprehended the enormity of their betrayal. And that's the 12th, round of the 12 we're talking about here. Nidhogg was the first to learn of the atrocity, and he took to the skies hungry for vengeance. But though he slew Thordan and some few of his knights, their fellow butchers knew only too well where to aim their spears, and would now practice savagery. They set about my brood brother, sending him failing from the field. Such is the truth of the Holy See would keep hidden. Such was the bringing of the Dragon Song War. This song my kin shall ne'er forget, and should 10,000 years pass, and Ishgard crumbles into dust.
Your tale bears scant resemblance to the one I was taught. How convenient that it should absolve your kind of all responsibility. But tell me, dragon, why should I believe your version of events?
Why thou chooses to believe is immaterial. The betrayal that yet haunts mine every waking moment, or my every waking moment, is no less than the truth to my kin. And Nidhogg's menace for Thordan people to suffer for this sin till the end of days. That which thought imaginest of a war of extinction, but is but a punishment, a siege of a spirit. Hast thou not seen those who tire of this torment? Those who abandon their own and side with the Dragonkin?
Ishgard's so-called heretics.
No, not all the traitors' progeny bear a trace of Rathathog. Ratatosh existence, or Ratatosh's essence, but a single sip of our blood is enough to awaken it.
Then the seed lies within us.
This is the reason that those who abandon their loyalties are rewarded with a drink. And thus are they transformed to join the ranks of Nidhog's ever-growing army as we newborn dragons, one by one, for death or defection. My brood brother shall account for all of the betrayal children.
Ye gods, I have borne witness to such a transformation. Looked on as a heretic assumed the shape of a dragon. I imagined it some manner of Dravanian enchantment. But if any Ishgardian, regardless of allegiance, has such potential within them, 12 forgive us. To think of all the dragons we've slain.
It's the cruelest thing you could that is a part of war is actually making your own former allies fight each other, which they have done. So it's a fascinating thing of war, and a horrible. There will always be some of choice, of course, who chooses to fight until the bitter end, like the dragoon. But struggle as thou might, thy youthful vigor will be spent ere thou reaches 2 and 10, and Nidhogg shall remain to torment thine offspring.
Oft have I wondered why Nidhogg did not simply raise Ishgard to the ground. Now
Didn't
I
need
have
to.
my answer. He has no intention of winning the Dragon Song War. For
Oh,
it
it's
is no
punishment.
war at all, but vengeance, an eternal requiem sung for his murdered sister.
Well, that's the right of it, Dragonslayer. Comprehendest thou now the futility of thy quest?
I have not come this far only to admit defeat. We can still return the eye to Nidhogg and beg forgiveness for our ancestors'
Won't change it.
crimes. Mayhap our words will sway him.
Stubborn child, thou thinkst it in mortal terms? Our perception of time is too broad for thee to grasp. This is a simple matter of thee to offer thine apologies, though this not perpetrate the crime. Despite thy visions, the deed of history seems distant to thee. For worms such as Nidhogg, however, the history is yet part of the present. As flesh, as the blood that gushed from Ratatosh wounds, how could he not be driven mad? This only by claiming embrace a Shiva's soul, that mine own fury hath not consumed me. But let us not speak no more of what is done. My faith in your kind is spent, and I would be alone. Hraesvelgr was every bit as awe-springing as I imagined. His voice faintly dripped the power. The will behind his words is undeniable, that it transcended my ignorance of the dragon's tongue. This but a pity that I misliked what he said. So far did we travel, even upon to the very heavens themselves, only to be dismissive, like unruly children, and far from mitigating this humiliation. The hidden truth was to we have learned serve only to have proven that our grand mission of peace was destined to fail from its first. Nothing will deter Nidhogg from his course.
Well, what do you propose we do now? I, for one, am intent on continuing to the east.
What is there to be found in the east?
Nidhogg's lair, the Eyrie, is said to lie in that direction. And the eye tells me he is near.
You cannot still mean to slay him.
You cannot still mean to stop me. I have been true to my word, and aided you in this fool's errand with hraesvelgr. But your efforts at parley have come to naught, Lady Iceheart. I would see Ishgard saved, and for that, Nidhogg must die.
With the tale of our ancestors' vile betrayal yet ringing in your ears, you speak of continuing this war?
Nay, lady. I would but pierce its vengeful heart. When Nidhogg dies, this war shall die with him.
A moment, Estinian. You yourself spoke of the Great Worm's strength, that you believed him powerful enough to raise your city to the ground. How then are we few to challenge him? Even behind the stout walls of Ishgard, with an army of knights manning the defenses, our victory would be hard won. Yet you propose to contend with the beast in his own lair.
Not a
In
good
close
idea.
combat, this will afford us an advantage. And if the tales are true, the Warrior of Light has bested many an invincible foe. But such speculation is meaningless if we cannot even find the worm. Our first task must be to seek out Nidhogg's lair.
The story of this nation grows bloodier by the moment. Must death always be answered with more of the same?
Such is the way of things, I fear. I shall consider it a miracle if mine armor is not stained crimson ere this conflict is ended.
I should be blinded by my own lies. Everything I believed, everything I thought I was, gone. All gone.
Leave her. Your words will not reach her now. And we have not the time to wait for her to gather up the pieces of her shattered faith.
As cold as ever, Estinian, as cold as ever. Come on, let me down. Ah, I need to go over here. Over the bridge. So that's a very... So Thordan is the problem. Because the greed of man took to taking what was rightfully not theirs. Strength that that was in the eyes of the dragon, and they slew the sisters. So. And the thing is, as tales have it, that what the curse is that the blood that has been taken in and descended into the bloodline of Ishgard is that every time they are exposed to some of the dragon blood, they turn into dragons. So what we are killing right now are Ishgardians. There's no like it's the perfect crime and perfect punishment for Nidhogg. That's one of the reasons why he's never attacked. Let them slaughter each other for eons and eons. Even if he dies, this will never end. That's what he wants. Like, it is the ultimate punishment. A never-ending war where they're killing each other. Because there are no more dragons left, pretty much. Original dragons, as. It's a cruel fate. Incredible. Incredibly cruel. Oh, it's up there. I need there. Okay. We're gonna go up there. Yeah, it's perfect. The MSQ is letting us up there. We have done all the other things, and yeah. Let me actually see, is this your level? Oh, it's level 70 we get this. This is level 90. I was thinking, what do we get at level 64? Oh, it's Heart of Light. So this here, like, reduce magic damage. Moogle-eyed, Moogle-eyed. Moon-eyed Moogle is what. Reason why the sound constantly goes out is because of, let's just kill it for fun. shell. This here is gonna take some time, huh? Just get rid of you. Perfect. Almost dead. Wait. And let's see, this here should be travel, and that means that we have 2 quests left. Where is the last one?
Is that it?
Oh, that's his lair, or what?
Aye, that would be the Airy. I feel Nidhogg's presence through the eye, his caustic hatred gnawing at my soul. 'Twould seem the death of his consort has put him on guard. Mark how he wards his lair with tempestuous winds.
A similar barrier once barred our entrance to the primal Garuda's domain, until we discovered the means by which it could be penetrated. Mayhap it is time we called upon Master Garland. It will be just like the good old days, no?
Okay. force of sufficient power to break through the Primus defenses might conceivably grant us access to the area. And it can offer no better solution. Pray consult the engineer's fields of yours. Very well. On the condition that you swear not to lure Nidhogg from his lair in our absence. And steal all the glory for myself, or you mean? Nay, I'm not so selfish as that. Contact me by link pair when your preparations are complete, and we shall set forth from Ishgard together. I suggest that we run the rise, but back at Saint Rienetta's forum, Sarah. From what I've gleaned of the Holy See, decidedly ambitious airship project, Sid will still be in Ishgard. There we have the last quest that we need. I will this. Marauding Mughal. He wants us to find Mughal hides. Oh, it's hiding Mughals. One. Come on, you. Okay. And the last one is up there. I see it. Okay, let us see, where is this one here taking place? That's Korthas, the other one is Talon, so we're just gonna do this. Because we want to unlock some stuff. And it's gonna be very quickly. Where are you? Here. Is at the Adventure Guild. Oh, flustered attendant, is it not? There he is, Radovan. Gonna quickly do this so we can get the job quest done. For better soul. Oh, wait. While we're at it, we can just do this. That's the red. That's this here. Outside. Here. Yep. Rybone. Yeah. This here is also a pretty horrible story because I actually, I remember the story because I haven't done it so long ago, a couple of months, because so the two TLDR, Radovan and, what should we call it? And her, and, can't remember what she's called, her and his, companion, is traveling around as bodyguards or hired bodyguards, people for hire, pretty much. And he's a gunbreaker, and gunbreakers are not something that is seen in these here lands. It is actually a foreign lands, and the story for that land and where he comes from and the reason behind he fled is actually something you cannot unlock until Shadowbringers. That is one of the reasons why it's not so fun to play this here, because you guys can't see the background until we get to Shadowbringers and do the side content, because it's side content and it's major side content and it's long side content. So yeah. Do forgive me for that. Dark Knight is a little bit easier because that is this year expansion. Stormblood, it would be Samurai, that would be the next one. Pretty much. And we are going to Skysteel Manufactory. We have our Alpha Node here. Alfie, when last you saw Master Garland, he was advising the Guardians on their allied ships. Alien ships, correct? In that case, we might still be in Camp Cloudtop, failing that. We could try the airship landing, or perhaps even the skills die manufacturing, but let us not waste searching aimlessly. Someone in the city is sure to know where to find him. The question is who. So Emmerich would seem obvious choice, but there's no guarantee he will be able to grant us audience at a short notice. I have it. Count Edmond's youngest son prides himself on knowing all the Holy Seal's juiciest rumors. Let us return to the manor and if Lord Emmanuel is about. Emmanuel. I think that is the gist of it all. So, last vigil. We can actually... can we repair this? Yes, we can. You would like to enter the manor? Check. Ah, the hero returns. How goes the fight, oh girl? Well, I trust in search for Sid Garland, you say. Then say no more. The taverns are full of talk. And then the name of said silver-haired genius was copped up more than often, than most. And I hear he has been taking tasked with getting the monstrous airship of the Holy See Commission to actually fly. It was seen the project has been plagued with mishaps from the first. In any case, Garland Ironworks employees are known to frequent the airship landing, and I'll wager their master does too. The airship landing, yes. I thought as much. Come, Sarah. We must find Sid and trouble him for his expert opinion. Landing ship. Which is where? Bloodfoot Temps. There's Sid. Which? Sarah Alvanode, how fare you both? Not terribly well. Greetings, Master Garland. I'm sure it will come a little surprised when I tell you that I need a favor. Another wind barrier? I should say it was conjured by Nidhogg. The Enterprise could certainly take you where you need to go, but she's not fare well against dragons. She'll align the ship. She's allied for agile for a ship of her size, but that agile, the Divines will fly rings around her. And it's if they took into their heads to incinerate the frigate, there would be precious little we could do to avoid them. But there must be something we can do. There's some manner of weapon we could employ. The Stylians stands vigil at the edge of the cunning mist, but we do not know for how much longer. All right then, all right. I didn't say it was impossible. I said it was possible for the impossible for the Enterprise. We need a similar boat. We need a smaller boat. Big Sweat. It's time we gave the new toy of yours a proper field test. Ah, the Bronco. The tiny Bronco. Practically the best if we let the lads show you. Come on, the manufacturer not far. And now we probably need to go to the Sky Steel manufacturer, I'm guessing. Biggs. A little project just inside. Oh, you're going to like this one.
Feast your eyes upon our latest and greatest feat of engineering. We call it a mana cutter.
Okay.
After you put down Gaius, Wedge and me struck out on our own for a bit. and started work on the successor to the tiny Bronco.
Impressive little thing, isn't she? My talent for ship design has plainly rubbed off on them. They've adapted the principles of corrupted crystal technology and constructed a mechanism which converts ether from its surroundings into elemental wind. Said wind is then harnessed by the specially engineered sails, providing the craft with propulsion and lift. All in all, a most elegant solution.
So it's pretty much self-propelling, like.
That I didn't think of it myself.
The design does, however, come with one small flaw.
The energy conversion ratio is bloody awful. To generate enough power to get you off the ground, you need to be in an area awash with predominantly wind-aspected ether.
In other words, there are a few places you can fly, lots of places you can't.
The new Ishgardian airship hasn't left the boys much time for tinkering, meaning it may be a while before this particular project takes off. If you'll forgive the pun.
Tataru, what's happened?
I've been looking all over for you. There's been word from Aldar. It's about Her Grace the Sultana.
Oh.
It seems you're required elsewhere. Leave the Mana Cutter with us. We'll see that she's airworthy and suitably equipped to slice through those winds. You, meanwhile, should concentrate on providing Raoban and the Sultana whatever help they need.
You win this from Rofen. So I think here's what we're gonna do now. I think we're gonna queue up for this here. And after that, I'm gonna call it, because this here is the perfect point of stopping point. We've just finished this leg of here with hraesvelgr and all that, and now we're on to Nidhogg. So, but now we switched over to finding out what's going on with the Sultana, and we can leave that for Saturday and then do a big leg there, like a 6 to 8 hour stream from the get-go. So I think that's the gist of it. So we're just gonna queue up to get a little bit of XP, and I think we're just gonna use an egg. That's that, and we can also, I think we have access also now to the next Dark Knight quest, which will be, I think that's the last one, or the second to last one, until we are done with Heavensward, meaning the quest up till Heavensward, and for there we can then just keep playing until we just like Warrior pretty much. So yeah, that's the plan at least. It's interesting to see which dungeon we're getting. Also got access to Heart of Light. Heart of Stone is definitely what we want. So this here is the Heart of Light with the magic damage taken to self and nearby parties members. I think it's 15 yarms. But this here is 0. This here is self. Targeting a party member while under Brutus Shell, that effect also granted on target. That is level 68 actually, okay. And this here is level 70. This here is 90, this here is 76. Yeah, because we only have 2 gauge and it's level 80, that's 3 gauge. Oh, I haven't talked to Chocobo Keep out here. Let's do this because we can sell it. Oh, it's silver nugget. This here is probably not selling. This here is also not selling. This here is probably priced differently. Yep. What about you? What level is he actually? Oh, he is. Not close at all. Oh, come now. Is there nobody doing dungeons? FYI, this here is join party in progress. That is the one that needs to be selected if you want to join like a party that where somebody left or somebody disconnected or left or got kicked or etc. etc. So yeah. There we go. Okay. Oh, okay. I was just like, what? Oh, it's so vigil hard. Fuck. Fuck. Okay. Sure is gonna suck. Where is it? It's this way out. It's like a fucking train. And there we go. Okay, let's see. Ah, shit. I remember correctly, the guy who cast is actually the guy who actually transforms the goddamn soldiers into this here. Okay, nobody's gonna do it, and I'm gonna do it. Okay. Ah, come on. Okay, we're almost done. Nobody did. Okay. Waiting for. Oh shit. He is. See, it's this one. Snap faster down. Fuck. Yeah, this one here sucks major ass. Because this one here has no aggro. Okay. The only thing that I found out so far is standing on the side of him is what you need to do. Okay. That was that. That's gonna be it. So tomorrow we are gonna go into level... No, Saturday we're gonna go into the next leg of everything. And that is gonna be the mystery about the Sultana or something like that. And from there we'll just see how things go. So yeah, until next time, bye.